Alright there everyone, welcome to my second video here at Stugan. We've just finished off the third week. Lots of very exciting things have happened with Rosvita. So this week we're not going to talk about one specific subject like we did last week with the whole feedback thing. The video went down really well. But this week I've got more of a general update about Rosvita, a few things for us to consider, what's happened, what's going on in the future, and sort of the one big thing on the horizon that's, I think worry is probably the wrong word to use, but it's definitely on my mind. So yeah, I've just been for a swim, the weather's quite nice, I'm feeling good, so let's jump straight on into this. Like I say, we talked last week about feedback. On the subject of this, we took Rosvita, the team and we got in front of everyone else here at Stugan, and we presented our game, where we are up to, what we're doing, what we're planning to do, and it went down really well. People genuinely liked it, and, you know, much to my relief, people who have played the game are finding it fun. You know, the worst bit of feedback we could have got is, this is boring, or this is frustrating. But no, people really genuinely seem to enjoy the game. We did get a lot of feedback, but it was along the creative lines, which is good. You know, our game is generating ideas in people and they're sharing those ideas. A big thing was about how the way that Rosvita, the game, works is you slice up the screen and you change the segments you create to have different physical properties. And thus far, the only physical properties we have are pretty much all gravity-based. You have low gravity, high gravity. You have another one which is bounce. And it got a lot of people independently saying that, you know, why is this all based around gravity? There's nothing inherent in that mechanic that would necessitate it being gravity. So why are all the puzzles gravity-based and they're about traversing across the space? It's a very fair point. And, you know, this got us, I mean, we'd always sort of had the idea of maybe doing different segments, but this brought the idea to the forefront. And we've been having a really good think, setting out some really good ideas about how we can mix up the gameplay a bit and include a bit more variation to differentiate ourselves from other gravity-based puzzle games out there. So this, you know, this led to a lot of thinking. I had a good walk on my own in the woods, and then me and the rest of the team, we had a good walk, we talked things over, and I think it's starting to rain. We had lots of really good ideas about player control, about player interaction, about pacing in the game. So the traversal thing, the whole traversing through the space using gravity, means that you have a really quick game. Like, every time you solve the puzzle, it might take you a while to solve the puzzle, but when the solution plays out, it's like bam, 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 you're through. And we want to kind of have more tools available to us as game developers to slow the player down in places, to pace out the puzzles, and to have them to absorb more of the environment and the atmosphere and the story. So yeah, we've developed a lot of things along those lines. Another thing that happened this week, really exciting for us, especially for me, is that we implemented our first art pass on a level. Now, if you've seen any of our promotional material, you'll probably see it at the start of this video, or especially on our blog. We've been using the same image for a long time, which is my first ever pass at just trying out our slightly unique art style. It looked really cool, it had its problems, people reacted really well to it. So now we were in a position this week whereby we were able to take the levels we designed and implement the artwork to make it more honed, to have it more precise, to not get too carried away with the detail and clutter everything up visually. I think if I could use one word, it's confidence. I had more confidence in creating the artwork here, so there's a lot more negative space, and that helps a lot with readability and also with impact for the art style itself. Like, it just looks better. So going forward, the big thing on the horizon for me is that now that people like this game, now that we've got a game that has like a real impact when people see it, it's the reality of me having to put this in front of people and to market this game, to bring it to you, the consumers at the end. is really starting to dawn on me. There are a lot of people here at Stugan with far more experience than I, and they can talk in such depth about the job of building up your brand, building up awareness of your game, that just the sheer enormity of the task is really starting to dawn on me. So yeah, I'm kind of scared isn't the right word, but there's definitely a degree of fear, you know. It's going to be interesting. I'm going to have to do a lot of work on it. I feel slightly overwhelmed. I just hope that I'm up to it. I mean, these videos are part of that. So yeah, that pretty much fills us in for this week. Thank you for watching. If you want to see any more of these videos, or you want to see more of the development of Rosvita, you can follow me on Twitter, you can follow us on Tumblr, and you can hit the subscribe button, comment on this video. Thank you very much, guys, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.